I saw it with my own eyes, thousands of passengers, marching in perfect unison, jumping one by one into the sea. Those of us who were still sane had to tie ourselves down. When whatever spell we were under finally broke, only a dozen of us were left on the ship. This whole thing started 3 days ago. I boarded a ship called the Kerberos. There were over 1,600 people on board, sailing from London to New York. Almost as soon as we set sail, a disturbing rumor started to spread. 4 months earlier, a ship called the Prometheus had vanished on this exact same route, and it was never found. On our second day out, the Telegraph suddenly received a signal, a set of coordinates. It was the exact spot where the Prometheus had disappeared. The captain immediately ordered we change course to rescue them. Everyone was against it, but I was the only one who supported his decision. At dusk, we saw a massive ship on the horizon. We fired a flare, but there was just dead silence from the other side. So the captain took a few of us, and we boarded the Prometheus. I was expecting to find bodies everywhere, maybe even something more horrific. But the ship was just a total wreck, covered in rust and completely empty. What was even weirder, the telegraph in the cockpit was broken. So who sent that signal? While we were trying to figure it out, we suddenly heard a noise from the dining hall. It was coming from a locked cabinet. Everyone jumped back in fear, but I stayed calm, walked over, and opened the door. A little boy in clean clothes slowly walked out. He didn't seem scared at all. How did he survive for 4 whole months? I took him back to my room to take care of him. I asked him where everyone else on the ship went, but he wouldn't say a word. The captain notified headquarters that we'd found the Prometheus. Their only reply was 2 words: sink it. What kind of secret was this ship hiding? The captain gave a new order. We weren't going to America anymore. We were towing the ship back to England. His decision caused a huge uproar among the passengers, but the captain didn't care. It occurred to him that the ship's captain must have left a logbook. If we could find it, we'd get some answers. He took me with him back to that ghost ship. I had a terrible feeling that the missing passengers might have been burned in the furnace. We split up to search, but found nothing. But then the captain stumbled upon the passenger manifest for the Prometheus. He was horrified to see my name on the list. But what was even more terrifying was that his own signature was on that document. That means he was the captain of that ship. But why couldn't he remember any of it? And just then, things started going wrong on our ship. People started dying one by one for no reason. There were no marks on their bodies, no signs of poison. Panic spread like wildfire. Everyone started saying the little boy must have brought something evil with him. How else could you explain that everyone was gone, but he was perfectly fine? Soon, the passengers turned into an angry mob. They grabbed weapons and started searching every room. I tried to stop them, but it was useless. They broke into my room, didn't find the boy, and locked me inside before taking off. After they left, I heard a noise from under the bed. I moved it and found a hidden compartment. The boy was hiding inside, safe. I found the captain and begged him to help the boy escape. But just then, the mob caught up to us, demanding me hand over the boy. The boy just walked out on his own, like he knew this was going to happen, and calmly went with them. That night, everyone gathered on the deck. A man named Daniel riled up the crowd, saying the only way we'd be safe was to throw the boy into the sea. Daniel shoved him off the ship. He fell from hundreds of feet into the dark ocean, and as soon as he was gone, the Prometheus vanished along with him. We all went back to the dining hall. I was heartbroken. Suddenly, that same cabinet made a noise again. I took a closer look. It was identical to the one on the Prometheus. There was a flash of light, and the boy crawled out again, completely unharmed. As everyone stared in shock, he ran over and hugged me. In that single moment, it felt like all my memories came flooding back. Then, I heard the ticking of a clock coming from somewhere. With each tick, people started losing their minds, like they were in a trance. Their faces blank as they walked toward the deck. They all marched in unison towards the edge of the ship. Under the control of this mysterious spell, they climbed over the railing one by one and jumped into the sea.